It's Friday, September 29th, and welcome to Nordic Market News. We are recording this show at the news agency Direkt studio here in Stockholm. Let's begin with a couple of the major headlines for the week. Brent oil prices approached $60 per barrel in the wake of speculation of further OPEC output curbs, thus fueling Norway's energy stocks. Also, increasing interest rates gave banks some support after President Donald Trump's U.S. tax reform seems more likely to get accepted. The strong stock market continues to attract newcomers, including Infront Financial, our owner here at news agency Direkt, and the company behind the trading terminal you may be using. On its first day of trading in Oslo, Infront shares opened at 23 Norwegian kroner per share, implying a market cap of 600 million NOK. An hour after trading, the stock was 2 kroner higher, some 8% up, with support from Infront advisors ABG and Deutsche Bank as the top net buyers. Shifting to the market indices as of 11 o'clock today, the Nordic Index OMX in 40 has gained 0.5% week to date. Helsinki and Copenhagen remained close to unchanged, while Oslo and Stockholm were up 1.4 and 1.5% respectively. The Swedish OMX S30 index for blue chips advanced 8 days in a row up until Thursday when H&M's Q3 report weighed on it. The Stockholm-based fast fashion retailer lost 5% even though their third quarter result generally came in as expected. The company said there was to some extent a slowdown of sales towards the end of September, noting the value of their inventories increased by 8% in spite of a drop in gross margin that was due to clearance sales campaigns aimed at reducing these inventories. This was noticed by the investment bank Morgan Stanley as being the most startling aspect of the report. Volvo's major owner Cevian Capital, led by Christer Gardell, announced he wants to split the vehicle group into 3 separate listed companies: Volvo Trucks, Volvo Construction Equipment, and Volvo Penta for its Marine Motors division. The Volvo share moved 2.5% higher as a result of the news. In Norway, the oil price hike sagged somewhat today, and oil industry companies got no general boost, although Subsea 7 was 6% higher with some notable turnover. Arctic Securities upgraded its recommendation for the share to buy from sell with a target price of 150 Norwegian kroner. The share was trading at 131 kroner on Friday. Low fares aviator Norwegian Air Shuttle was up 4%, based on news that affiliate Norwegian UK got a definitive permit from the U.S. Department of Transportation to go transatlantic. In Denmark, the share of shipping giant AP Møller-Mærsk jumped on information from anonymous sources stating the company's drilling business is about to be divested at $4 billion to oil field operator Rowan. But the gain was not sustained, and the Maersk B share was down 4.4% today. Jewelry manufacturer Pandora fell 3% on negative press following a Carnegie comment regarding plans for major consumer discounts in October in the U.S. market following a failed September campaign. In macroeconomic news this week affecting the Nordic region, U.S. interest rates and the dollar staggered upwards. One contributing factor was Fed Chief Janet Yellen signaling a December rate increase is still in question. If announced, it would be the 3rd increase this year. As previously mentioned, President Donald Trump announced an extensive tax reform aimed to boost growth in the U.S. This reform includes tax cuts for corporations and households, but it remains to be seen what parts of this may pass through Congress. One of the larger issues is how the tax cuts would be financed. In Europe, the survey known as Economic Confidence, published by the European Commission, noted a 10-year high. It remains to be seen, however, to what extent this will correlate to further increased growth. Finally, in Sweden, it was announced just a short time ago that Stefan Ingves has had his appointment renewed as the head of Riksbank for another 5 years. The Swedish central bank chief is considered dovish by the market, and the euro and the dollar both immediately got more expensive in the Swedish krona. That's all for today's Nordic Market News. Thank you for watching and enjoy your weekend.